it in front of her. Side up, sit. The second she sits, you say sit. Not before until she knows it. Now you can test when you first get a dog out. Do you know sit? You're like, I don't know if you know it. So let's say, hey, come here. Sit. Sit.
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Sit. Oh. So you can test it. Test it. Do they know? The dog cannot back out of it.
And that's the problem if they have a collar on. Some dogs do have a collar on. They can back out of it.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so this is something that's going on right now outside of my gym life and outside of 3D Muscle Journey. I am starting, me and Melissa, we're donating time to a pit bull rescue here in Sacramento, and I definitely want to share some of that and also share why we are doing this. So that's one of those things that I have going on, and the other one was Valentine's Day, and check out what Melissa got me. So she did her research and she picked some good ones. I'm excited to try those this weekend. So inside the gym, you know, things are going well. My shoulder is definitely feeling much better. These are 90-pound dumbbells for some you know, high rep volume work, and I was really pleased with everything from just the fact that there was no discomfort the day after, and you know, just the speed and the fact that my reps were pretty consistent for the most part. So, you know, I think that in another month or two I'll be in a really good place, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that yes, I'm spending more time on mobility and prehab, but then also other little things that I think as bodybuilders we tend to forget. So I am doing more close chain movements, you know, like this right here, like push-ups, and this has really been going a long way in helping me keep some happy scapulas. So a lot of push-ups on my upper body days, and by a lot I don't mean, you know, hundreds and hundreds, but you know, a few sets here and there, and of course doing them the right way. And you know, just little things like that, they go a long way. It's things that, you know, it's very easy to stop doing because it's not that they're hard, they're just they feel like busy work. But again, it's been really paying off, and so far so good. So this was 24-hour fitness because it was a Sunday and my gym is closed, my studio. But check out what we got.
Check out these. These plates are legit. What else
so we
got?
have 4 50 kilograms, 4 of them. We have 2 25 kilos. We have 10 20s,
Oh, yes.
4 15s, 10s, and a little guy. Oh, and the Ivanka lockers.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not all. That's not all. Cambered bars on all the squat racks now. With the cages. Another safety. So now there's 2 safeties. So we're staying safe here. And yeah, a puppy too. And this baby right here. How appropriate the way that light is shining on it.
And actually on this specific day the kettlebells came in as well, and this is something that's going to make Brad Loomis's mouth just water. And you know, a few years ago I didn't have much of an appreciation for kettlebells until I met Brad, of course, and there's just a bunch of fun things you can do with them. Not just fun, but actual functional things. And not only that, they can also make cardio a bit more fun. And caffeine the kettlebell, I love to start workouts with both of those. So in terms of my lower body and how that went this week, not so well, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I really put a dent in myself over the weekend with the 525 for 5 and then the 405 until I couldn't move basically. So you know, I know why. So I definitely took it a bit easier on these days. This was 355 for 2 with a safety bar, which, you know, goes to show you how rough this bar can be, because I can still, even on my worst days, hit close to 400 for a triple with a standard bar, but this was a challenge today. So I also decided to just taper off a bit on my deadlifts. I did some speed work rather than actual rep work as I had planned. But you know, speed was there, speed was fine, but I just knew that it was not a good time to actually do some real pulling. But yeah, that's one thing about this off season. I think that my posterior chain, my hammies, my back, all the stuff that was really missing this last time I competed, they've really have improved. And I like doing glute ham raises for separation to improve my separation. And yeah, I just thought that view was funny. But that's one thing about working out in the studio, you know, besides the fact that there's all these cool things, all these cool tools, is the fact that we have things like these that just, you know, they're underappreciated, and even the most hardcore of bodybuilding gyms you won't find. So there's never a line at the glute ham raise here because we have 2 of those. And this is my kettlebell skills. I just kind of wanted to throw that in here randomly. And a bit rusty, so I was kind of whacking myself a bit with the snatch. You know, it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely a bit off, and I'm sure Brad's going to see this and just laugh. But I'm definitely excited about, you know, being able to do things with these from time to time. So back to the pressing. You know what? This was 225 for a set of 6 with about 1 rep in the tank. You know, so I think that at this point in time, there's a very good chance that in the powerlifting meet I have coming up on March 9th, I might be able to press around 300 pounds, which, you know, is not bad at all. So I was kind of worried that I was going to go in there with a decent squat and a decent deadlift, but that my bench press was going to be hysterical, I guess. So I think that, you know, actually no, I think things are working out. And of course, not working out on their own. I definitely have put some effort into that, but I'm thankful that, you know, the things are improving, and, you know, I'm hitting a few PRs when it comes to some pressing movements. As a matter of fact, for instance, here this was a volume PR with overhead pressing, which, you know what, is probably one of the movements I hate the most. You know, we all have those exercises, and for me, it's overhead pressing. I've never been good at it. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then while we're on the subject of shoulders, this is a movement that I want to do a video on. This is cheaty lateral raises. And the thing about cheaty lateral raises is that I don't suggest anyone do them if you have a hard time mastering just the standard lateral raise. So I think before you kind of manipulate and play around and find ways to alter movements, you have to know what textbook form is and know how to execute it. So kind of wanted to just show off the fact that I have no arms here, but no, in reality I want to show you guys just how my delts are actually working, and it's not an Olympic movement. But yeah, this is one of my favorite movements. It's definitely something that I love to add to my upper body days when my shoulders are feeling up to it, and today was definitely one of those days. So we'll definitely have a video on this movement here specifically, since I think, yeah, I have one, but that's more of the standard lateral raise, and we'll do one bro style, I guess, as they say. And the star this week again was Melissa, who I have her on Shiko, but I have her maxing out once a week, and this was her 210, which is 5 pounds under her PR, and you know, she smoked it pretty good. And then after this, she had some deadlifts off, not boxes, off plates, and she smoked those. So we're both looking to have a really good meet, but something tells me that it's going to be her who is the star at this meet, and I'll just kind of play Robin to her Batman.